everybody. Okay, so I have water. I filled my water brushes. I have pulled my cards. I have my timer front and center. And it is day, or at least we're filming for, day 9. Okay, so let's see if we can do a little better than last time. I pulled 2 of each so that I wouldn't forget to make 2 cards. All right, so what are my cards? What are my cards? We'll do that and then we'll start the timer. Collage. So I have my papers. Sewing. So I have needle, thread, and a threader because I'm not always good at that. We have green and brown as our colors. So I've got the coffee stain paper. I've got some craft paper. That gives me some brown. I've got the music paper. It's just kind of a neutral. Some green paper. Brown and green thread. I don't know which one I'm going to use. And then I have got stencils. I basically just picked up the ones I had already had out for the last, and then I grabbed these 2 that I didn't use. So that's stenciling. And people, well, we'll grab people when we get there. All right. I have not grabbed the brown and green paint buckets, so let's do that. Green paint bucket. And because everybody hasn't voted yet on, or at least if you have, you haven't as the time I'm filming this, because y'all know I do film extra on the weekends. So if my week gets crazy, we don't go behind. So there's green. And of course, hang on, I've got to get up to get the brown. It's the very last bucket. And brown. Okay. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to let it roll. We will try our best to be quick. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's get to work. All right. So I think for my stenciling, I either want to stencil on the brown or on the green, or maybe both. You know, let's stencil in the brown. So, and I did grab a heat gun, but I don't have any way to plug it in right here. Ugh, I'm telling you, I can't seem to get everything in order. I love this circle one, so let's do him. And you know what? If I do on the green, I'll use the Punchinella, because I love Punchinella. And we'll put the rest of those up. And I'm probably just going to plan to do that. So let's grab a green. Don't really care which green, just a green. Actually, I kind of do need to care which green, because I've got these greens, this green. Do I like that green? I do like that green, actually. This is Adirondack's lettuce, and I think it might possibly be discontinued. I wonder if this... I did get water. I didn't clean my palettes. Y'all have seen them look worse. I wonder if the dauber still works. No, I think he's completely dried up. All right, so we will just pour some out. And plus it feels like it's, ooh, it feels like it's almost empty. And I do love this color. All right, well, let's just put a little out so we don't waste it if we don't need it all. All right, so I'm just gonna do this, like, totally quick and messy and fabulous. Yeah, just totally quick and messy and fabulous. And I'm doing the green on the craft. And I definitely need more. Oop. Okay, that's probably too much, but let's get it off the side of the bottle first. All right. So hopefully this one will go better than the last one. I'm trying not to get too thick so it won't take long to dry. since I still don't have my heat gun. I found my commercial one, but this is an old house, and some of the plugs are new plugs, and some of the plugs are the old original plugs. And if you don't know the difference in an old house, it's whether it's a 2-prong or a 3-prong plug. So the plug nearest me is one of the old original plugs, which is 2-prong. There's no ground. And the heat gun I found is an industrial one, and he requires 3. So I can't plug him in. My little crafty one is a 2-plug, but no, I still haven't figured out where he is. So, okay, that's cute. I like that. So let's set that aside to dry somewhere. We'll just set it up there. But I hate to waste the paint. Y'all know that. So let's just turn it upside down on one of these and get a wipey. I do end up making some extra stuff when I use my actual paints because of this. Because I clean my stencils and stamps and what have you, and I don't want to, or I do clean, but I don't necessarily clean. It's not about cleaning them, it's about not wasting. So see, that's pretty cool. So we'll set that aside. Let's grab another something. It doesn't matter what. Here is a ledger page, and we'll do it one more time because there's still a ton of paint on here. And it's, like I said, it's not about cleaning the stencil so much as it's about not wasting the paint. And I just bent that stencil. I love this stencil. This is one of the reasons I don't clean my stencils. I always end up, because I'm in such a hurry to do it, I always mess them up. Okay, that's good. So, oh, and that's pretty cool. All right, so I'll set that aside to dry. All right, got that aside, and I'll set that aside. Clean up a mess, and now then let's grab this, and the punchinella, and the brown, and wonder if I could just use one of these sprays. Like, let's try this. This is ground espresso, which is kind of a gray brown, I think. Because sometimes I look at it and I think, oh, it's so brown. And other times I look at it and think, it is so gray. But I don't. Oh, y'all, I can't get it open. So the last one, I forgot to do 2. But I was doing great on time. So maybe trying to do 2 at once is one of the reasons I keep running out of time. I don't know. Because I'm trying to be organized, but like right now I have, 8 minutes left. And all I have done is try to fight my way into this and paint that, use that one stencil. I don't know. Okay. Ugh. I feel like it's coming. It's coming. All right, there. It's open. I'll find that in a minute. All right, so we're just gonna take this. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna spray it and see what we get. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna use this punchinella because it's so lightweight, it is going to wrinkle up. So let's get a heavier stencil and do that. See, that one's almost flat just to start with. So we'll spray that one through and stamp this one on. And nothing is wasted. Oh, and that's kind of cool. That is really cool, actually. All right, but now it's got to dry. And where's that rag I just used? That's not it, but at least it lets me wipe this up. Okay. So I'm through with the stencil. All right, so here's this. It is so wet. Let's do this. because it is so wet and I don't have time for it to dry. Let's just do this, right? Let's just get the excess off, and that'll get it mainly dry. Okay, and we'll do the same thing here. It'll get it mainly dry. Okay. And now I need this in half or less. So you know what? Let's do it into thirds, because I'm trying to go a little smaller in my pieces so that they are smaller when I finish. All right. So I've got that. Now I kind of like the idea of putting this in front of this, but let's try one of each out. Let's set him aside as the extra. Let's look at you in front. You in front. And then I have this. I feel like you should go in the back. Like that's pretty cool, except that's totally crooked, isn't it? That is totally crooked. That is totally crooked. Yeah. Oh, I see what happened. That's probably what happened a minute ago. All right. All right. It's still not perfect because, yeah. Hang on. All right. It's still not perfect, but we're on a time crunch. Just over 4 minutes. So if I have that and that and that, that gives me my brown, my gray. I have to sew. Dadgum. To sew. All right, so that, and that. All right, let's do a single staple just to hold everything so that we're not trying to balance everything while we sew, and we'll put it under the stitches. And I am now realizing I am so far behind because I just remembered how much I have to do that, yeah, we're just gonna do it. So, because I need to sew this. Okay, so we're not going to end up using this or that, so we'll just throw them over there. So that gives us collage. We got to do the sewing. That gives us the green, the brown, the stenciling, so sewing and people. And I really wanted to actually hand sew. We're probably going to go over our 15 minutes. Okay, but we're probably gonna, because I am a very slow sewer. I am. I'm gonna own it, y'all. Let me get a thing, and now I have to decide what color thread. Do I want the brown or the green? Definitely the brown. I don't like the green. Okay, so let me put him just out of the way and grab some green. All right, and I'm just going to grab a bunch so that hopefully I can thread this needle and sew both without having to do it again. Mm. Two minutes, y'all. We're definitely going to go over. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for the hand sewing, I think I'd make it. But with the hand sewing, there's just no way I'm going to make it. Because I'm a very slow hand sewer. I am. All right, so, you know, let's start from the top. And I didn't punch holes or anything, and I don't have time now. So we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Yeah, Yeah, we're just gonna do it. All right. So we got that. We're just gonna leave that there, and then I'm gonna come down here, and yeah, I've got like 1 minute left, and I've got to hand sew this. It's just not gonna happen. I didn't even pre-punch my holes, so that's gonna be an issue. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I've just accepted that we're fixing to go over, and I'm not gonna stress it. I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna go over, so I'm gonna go over. Because I know everything I'm gonna do is just taking me longer than I have to do it. Okay. And now I'm gonna come back from this other side. And finish it out. I don't even know if y'all can see me doing this stitching. I was so focused on trying to be fast that when I don't know why, when I realized I had, like, you know, what was it, 8 minutes, and I still had to sew, I should have known then I wasn't gonna make it. I did know that I wasn't gonna make it. I was lying to myself. But I've been wanting to do this on the last one that I had sewing on. I wanted to do this, and I was like, oh, I can't, I don't have time. And so I thought this time I'm just gonna make the time, because I wanted sewing on it. I mean, I didn't want to just fake it with paint like I did last time. I wanted to actually put some stitches. So it's okay. It is totally and completely fine. As I mentioned last time, the world's not going to go in because we went over. All right, and now I'm going to come right here across from that one, and I am going to, oops, sorry. I probably just gave you a close up of my arm. And I'm going to tie it. Right there. I'm going to just do a little tie, just like this. And there we go. Actually, yeah, that's a little longer, I think, than I want it to be. So let's pull that in just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. And now then, let's see. Let's pull this one. Let's pull this one, that one, that one, and let's cut these a little bit so they're not quite so long. There. All right, there's one sewed. And I like it. For all the good it does me, I do like it. Now I have to decide which way do I like it. And actually, I think now that I've got it sewn and tied, I like it better the other way around. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna sew this one, and I'm gonna just shift my thread. It doesn't need to be 2 strands. I'm using all this strands. This is just a pack of embroidery thread I picked up at Walmart, because I figure any color you might want has to be in there. I think, let me decide here. That way. Okay, I like this one this way, so I think I'm going to start right here because I do like the tie at the bottom. So, yeah. So we're going to go from right here, and then we're going to go to right here. So I'm going to make these bigger X's because I do want to cross all these. Oh, but you know what? I just realized I went from the wrong direction because I want the tie on top. Okay. I was like, why didn't this work a minute ago and it's not working now? Okay. So just like that. Hold that back. And then like that. And then I'm just going to make these gigantic X's. And then right. Oh, is that? It must be on the staple. There we go, right beside the staple. Oop, sorry. I'm heading for y'all. And to right there. Because this actually isn't holding anything, it's just decorative. Because I've got that staple to actually hold everything. And then right there. Try not to forget where y'all are and send my hand quite so high. Oh, there it goes. This is much easier with an awl, but I didn't grab it. Y'all are like, how do you manage? It's a miracle. That's how I manage. It's just a miracle. All right, I think that is good enough. And I'm going to go right back now. And I'm going to go right there to right there. So I'm just going to make these X's again. And then I'm going to go right there to right there. And right there. To right there. And I do like that, the stitches. I really do. So even though it took too long, I'm glad I did it. All right, and then right there to right there. Going to cut this off right about, oh, let's say there. And I'll stick this in here so I don't lose it, because I lose more needles and threaders, and I'm going to go ahead and put them up. We're already over, so why not be neat? Okay, tie this off. And now then, adjust my bow, just like that. And since it's single, I don't mind the longer threads. Okay, so I like those. I like those a lot. All right, so now then, I do feel like I need to give myself a little bit of an edge. Just, do I want to do, no, let's not do it in brown. Let's do it in black. Let's do it in black. So let's just do it with this. Or do we want to, oh, you know what? No. Let's just do the actual edges. All right. But I'm going to do just the edges of the piece. not the edge of each piece. Yeah, the edges of the piece. Okay, just like that. And this is vintage photo, but in the distress oxide. And then right there. All right. I like that. So I think the only thing that gives us our sewing, the only thing we need to add is our people. And that's just going to be a matter of picking them. So let's put the paints up so we've got some room. And let's pick some people. I feel like just using the top two women. Did we use women or men last time? I feel like we used men last time. So, there we go. Literally that fast. And I feel like just setting them off to the side like that. What do you think? Yeah, I like it. I want to be able to see the stitches in some of each paper. Okay, that's it. That's what we're going to do. So, I'm just going to do some glitter glue. And, oh, because that ink was still wet, it gave me a perfect line for where she was sitting. Oh, fabulous. I hope the other one did. Okay. Take this and right there. And, oh, it did. Okay, so, but I think all of her head was on because of the difference in the paper. Okay. All right, put my pin back. And put her on just like that. And again, when I use them, I'll add some words, but I like them. All right, so there we go. That is day 9. I actually love those. I think all the different patterns that I made on the 3 different papers just really elevate that. And the stitches just bring it all together. So, what do you think? I'll give you a close-up. Well, let me stand up so I can make sure I'm actually giving you a close-up. Okay, there we go. Yep, there's that one. And then there's that one. So, what do you think? I love them. And we're at 29 minutes, y'all. We went so far over. Oh, well. Have a great, what is this going to be? Tuesday? I think this is Tuesdays. Bye, y'all.